Hey everybody, happy Monday. Chris here. Yes, I'm wearing the same shirt as yesterday. So little hint, we filmed these back to back. I'm actually on vacation right now, so we did this ahead of time. Shocker, Word of God still applies today. Here we go. We try not to make things really specific just to a group, but so everyone can listen to this. Let me just give this away though. This is really going to be about relationships, primarily marriage, but this applies to every single person. So don't turn me off. If you just did, I got it. John chapter 2, an incredible little story. Jesus' very first miracle happens at a wedding. When I was doing a lot of weddings, and still today when I get a chance to do one, even though I can't do weekend weddings, I try to do this passage as my go-to wedding passage. I love it. It reads like this. John chapter 2. Now, 2 days later, Jesus' mother was a guest at a wedding in the village of Cana in Galilee, and Jesus and his disciples were invited to the wedding as well. Now the wine supply ran out during the festivities, and Jesus' mother came to him with the problem. "I can't help you now," he said. "It's not yet my time for miracles." But his mother told the servants, "Just do whatever he tells you to." Now 6 stone water pots were standing there. They were used for Jewish ceremonial purposes and held about 20 to 30 gallons each. And Jesus told the servants to go fill them to the brim with water. When this was done, he said, "Now dip some out and take it to the master of ceremonies." When the master of ceremonies tasted the water that was now turned to wine, not knowing where it had come from, though of course the servants did, he called the groom over to himself. "This is wonderful stuff," he said. "You're different from most. Usually a host uses the best wine first, and afterwards, when everyone is full and they don't care anymore, he brings out the less expensive brand. But you have kept the best for the very last." Let me just give a word of encouragement for those of you that are in a relationship, maybe those of you that are heading into relationship. I love the picture here. It's a wedding ceremony. To the best of their planning, to the best of their ability, to the best of their human means, they have pulled off, and it has gone really, really poorly. They don't have enough drink. They don't have enough wine for everyone that has shown up. This is going to be an incredible mark against this family, an embarrassment in their daughter's life for the rest of their life. But they have a guest there. Jesus wasn't just invited. He was allowed to work. And he took average stone water pots, turned them into wine. And the master of the ceremonies, the guy who's paid to put on weddings, a guy who would know good wine, takes a drink, calls the bride and groom over and says, "This is wonderful stuff. You're different from most." Usually people put out the good stuff, and when everyone's had a little too much, they bring out the watered down stuff. But you guys have kept the best for the very last. What a picture of relationship today. Let me ask you just a couple things. To you, average water pots. To you, humans, we're a little over 70% water. Some of us are carrying a little more water than others, but I'm just 70% water. Jesus is allowed to take the ordinary and make it extraordinary. Why? He's not just invited, he's allowed to work. You come to church, maybe you're listening to daily devos, you got God in your life, you do the prayer, maybe you sang some songs this weekend. You got God in your life. Is he allowed to work? Do you really take the best of your hopes and plans and dreams that you're not going to make work out great anyway, and do you really give it to him? Say, "God, we don't just want you in our life, we want you to work." That's when he takes the ordinary and makes it extraordinary. I don't know what's happened in the first part of your wedding or your life so far. I don't know where the first part of the relationship is, but here's what I know. When God is not just invited but allowed to work, truly change us, when we truly get our hearts and minds, say, "God, make me like you in whatever way," here's what's going to happen. Someone's going to pull you aside down the road and say, "You're different from most. This is wonderful stuff." Usually people do their best stuff first, but you guys have saved your best relationship for the very last. What a picture. No wonder this is the first place Jesus chooses to do a miracle. It's at a wedding. As if he knows when our relationships are healthy, our homes will be healthy. When our homes are healthy, our churches will be healthy. When our churches are healthy, our community will be healthy. Let's start at home. You're a Christian. Is Christ allowed to work? Get on with your water pots today. That's good stuff.